One of the biggest surprises for me with Wrestlecon weekend, with checking out all the wrestling cards that were selling, was this card right here. As I actually saw one of them, it's the first time I've ever seen one live that's not in my collection, and I actually don't see them online very much either for sale. As this is the Macho Man action-packed autographed. It's a promo, but it's numbered out of 500. It's like stamp numbered. I don't know how well that's showing up, but I know you can find other pictures of that too. And Macho Man. And it kind of shocked me because it was selling from one of the sellers there for $2,500. And this was a seller who did have a lot of high-end cards. He had many cards that were $1,000 or more. Like, I know he had a Charlotte Flair Superfractor, Autograph 101, and some really other nice cards. He had a lot of nice cards, and he seemed to... I thought his cards were reasonably priced as well. He's making a lot of sales. He had some... he wasn't like... He was making sales. He wasn't just sitting there showing off his collection with overpriced cards. He had a PSA 6 of this card right here, and he had $2,500 on it, and he was not going to budge from that number. And so I talked to him about it. He was, like I said, he was a really nice guy, and so we talked a lot of cards, and he enjoyed talking cards, and I can talk cards all day too, so we had a really good time together. And so we talked about this card, and it was actually the first time it ever dawned on me, but this card is actually hotter or more valuable probably right now than the Undertaker card of the same kind. The Undertaker's the other autographed card in the set. And Undertaker, when these came out, actually even about, I would say 10 years ago, the Undertaker would have been a much better card than this card. But since the Undertaker has signed a lot more, and now the Macho Man has passed on and not signing anymore and doesn't have a lot of authentic autograph stuff, this card has way passed the Undertaker's card, and that's what he thought too. And so yeah, $2,500 for a PSA 6. Only, I believe, 11 of them have been graded. It was 3 PSA 6s, 5 PSA 7s, 1 PSA 8, and then 2 authentics. And so we talked to us all about the autograph. And it's not really hard. These were not the best cards to sign because they're like, I don't know the correct word from glossy. I don't think that's the correct word, but you know what I mean. They're not, it's not a smooth signature, so his signatures come across very differently on all the cards. So that's probably one reason to get it graded. I don't know why you'd get it graded authentic. I guess in this day and age, it's probably not a bad thing to do, but I think if you've ever seen the back, it's just a promo card. So really, it says prototype, and then really the big difference is you want to get the stamp up on top and then the signature. So I thought, so just the fact that this is $2,500 was kind of shocking to me. I know cards have gone up, but last time I was thinking about this card, it was like $300 to $500 card. And now, based on the autograph, and I'm not a Macho Man collector by any means. I like the Macho Man, and I collect wrestling cards, and he's a great wrestler. So his cards are actually a little harder to come by than some, because I believe at least there's 2 Macho Man super collectors out there, pretty active online, and so a lot of times I'm not in the runnings. But I did like this card, and I have 3 of them, all authentic, and I kind of put them. This is my best copy right here. This one has a very clean signature. And it's so I think this one would grade the highest. This one was kind of a mid copy. It has a couple small problems with the signature. And then this one is my worst copy. And you're not going to probably be able to tell on camera, but you might be able to tell even a little bit that this signature was not strong. So that's all. There's 3 different ones, and they're all completely different in the signature quality, which is really kind of interesting. And so I'm really hoping that I've never self-graded something. That this is probably one of the ones that eventually I'll have to do someday, and just to see what I can get. This should be a really solid copy. But to get 3 out of the 500, I really am happy with. And as some of them are probably lost and missing, others are in deep collections that are never coming out again. And I really wanted to find more Macho Mans, and I found some of my Macho Man collections, but I didn't find the rookies. So one other nice thing about the Macho Man is I like it because I think pretty much we all agree on what his rookie card is. It's the 80. It'd be the 85 or 86, whatever you want to call it, Canadian OPG Series 2. It's 85 Series 2 that came out in 86. So I don't know what people describe it as. Now, you know which card I'm talking about. It's actually him and Elizabeth together, so you get the Elizabeth. I guess that's maybe some purists might say, oh, he's with someone, he's with his manager, he's with Elizabeth, but those two belong together. And everywhere I've seen that's been pretty much his true rookie card. You can argue a couple other things, but that is the card that's most sought after. And I could not find those for the life of me this morning. So I just will have, I wanted to get this video out. So I will have to do a separate video on those next time, because I do have a whole bunch of rookies, because from a really good Canadian sale I got a long time ago. So, but mainly I wanted to talk about, is this really a $2,500? Well, if someone wants to buy the PSA 6 for $2,500, I might be able to hook you up with the seller too. He was like, I got his, I would be willing to broker just to try to get you guys contacted together if that's something that you're interested in. I don't know if it's still, if he still has it or if it's still available at this time either, as he sells a lot of cards. So, but that's where we are. Do you guys think $2,500 is too much for this card at a PSA 6? It's kind of, it's just great to see wrestling cards go up with them. I'll show a few of the other Macho Mans. Like I said, this one I really like. I like this set a lot. And so I have the 25. This is based off this is 2017 Heritage. And this is, it's the Legends. So it looks like the 87 Topps All-Stars. I love 87 Topps baseball. Even though it's not worth anything, was kind of what for a really big year for me in baseball. And I still like I like the design. I know that it's not worth anything. I think of Mark McGwire rookies, Jose Canseco, it's not his true rookie. I actually think of like the Mike Greenwell rookie. If you collected baseball cards in '87, you know how hot Mike Greenwell was at that time. Wow, someone probably has 1,000 of those someplace that they invested in that are just sitting there. But I like this card out of 25. It's a really cool card. I like the blue too out of 99. So I have both of these of the Macho Man, because those are just more. That's more from a set standpoint. And I don't have a lot else. This is I should even know. I don't even know what this set's called. I want to say Undisputed, but I could be wrong. It's numbered out of 50. And tell me if I'm wrong, because I might be wrong on that. I should know. This is not a set I collect. I do have some of the numbered stuff. I do not collect this set. And then we have the Select Red Prism, a couple of those, which are kind of nice. I like these. These actually don't go for that much. And, I mean, none of it. Not Macho Man, Hogan, Andre, Ultimate Warrior, Shawn Michaels. So, I don't think... I think Undertaker and Austin might both have one, too. So, I like the way this card looks. So, I have a couple of those as well. Those are both numbered. Actually, I don't know what that one's numbered out of 90. This one's numbered out of 99, as it's the blue. This one's red, so it must be 199. This is actually, I like this one. Actually, I guess this is the same one as the red. I just think it's a really nice card. These weren't that expensive to get, so just kind of adding for a personal collection. And I got one more card. This one came from Australia with a huge lot of cards. I'm not gonna turn, actually I'll just turn the book so that we can, and this is not doing well in the light, but this is a gold out of 10, and it's like then and now, and we have the old, or just even two names. He has the Macho Man and the Macho King, and it's just kind of an interesting card. These cards actually, ironically, this one might be a little better because it's Macho Man and there's only 10 of them in the world, but for these were not popular cards, unfortunately. You do better, like I'm going to show, like I have a DiBiase out of 10 right up there. That DiBiase out of 10, even though he's not as big a name as the Macho Man, but for those cards, that card out of 10 is much more sought after than this card out of 10 for some reason. I mean, assuming it was the same name. So if I had the Macho Man out of 10 like that, that would be a much hotter card than this card out of 10. So who knows on that. But the main part of this was $2,500 for a Macho Man PSA 6 action-packed autograph. And it's a really interesting card, and I'm glad it's part of my collection, and because I don't think these are very easy to find. I have not seen one of these for sale in a long time, and so that was kind of neat to see it at Wrestlecon. And so hit me up. Do you think that's overpriced? How badly overpriced is it? And what should it go for then if it is overpriced?